Hey y'all, Phil here. Let me show you what idle hands and a busy mind will get you. You've been watching my videos and know a little about me. You'll know that I've always been interested in computers. Well, I love taking videos, and I love to edit videos. My problem in the past was my computer was a little slow. I had a laptop that I used to carry with me here on the RV, but for editing, it was really slow. It's about 15 years old, I guess, and it was just too slow to run Premiere. It would take me hours to process the video and then hours to upload it. And my last trip, I took my computer out of my house and brought it with me, and it worked fine, but it still was a little slow. Well, I did what most geeks will do. I went and I built my own computer. And this is a video editing computer. Now, I looked at MacBook Pros, which are, nice, but their MacBook Pro for video editing that I want is about $2,500. Then I thought about, well, just a pre-built PC. And for one that I wanted, ran about $2,000 to $2,200. And I did some research and watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and so I built my own, and it cost me about $1,150. Now, let me show you what I got in this thing. Start out with the basic, the case here. I got a NZXT case, and they're a lot of cases out there, and you can get them with different features and so forth, but the research I did, this one was had everything I needed for it. It's got onboard 3.0 USBs. It's upgradable, and so this is what I went with. I forget exactly how much that was, but like I said, the whole system was about $1,150. Of course, the first thing inside your computer is the motherboard, and so I went with the ASUS Prime Z3770, ASUS Prime Z370 Alpha. And what I liked about this one is, again, this is very upgradable. It's got 2 slots for the M.2 SSDs, and it's got 4 slots for memory. Right now, well, I'll talk about memory in a minute. And then it's got it's an ATX motherboard, but so this is what I went for. And like I said, it's very upgradable. Next thing, the graphics card. I went for the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. Now, and it's got 4 gigabytes of memory. So this is a good one that went in there. Next was the processor, and of course I went with the Intel i7, and this is the i7 8700K. You can overclock this and get it very high. Now, I don't know a lot about the specs and the speeds and all that kind of stuff. I just know enough probably to be dangerous, but everything I read said this is a good processor to go. I could have gone with a AMD Radeon 50 or 5 and been cheaper, but in the long run I decided to go for this. I talked about the motherboard having 2 M.2 SSD slots on it, so I went with the 970 Evo, and this is 500 gigabytes SSD, so it's very fast, and it's an M.2. If you know anything, they're really fast. Right now I just went for the 16 gigahertz of memory. I got Vengeance DDR4, so it's fast, and I can a little later on get 2 more sticks, the same thing, and stick it in, take it to 32, or I could get, you know, sticks and take it all the way up to 64. But 16 is good enough for video editing. Since that i7 processor gets pretty hot, I went ahead and got the Turbo Coolmaster Turbo fan. It's kind of a sealed liquid fan here, and again, this is sufficient. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big fan, as you can see on the side here, but this case will hold it, so it's not a problem. I could have went a little bit more expensive and got the actual liquid cooled one and put in there. The case would hold it, and it's wired for it and everything, but I figured this would be good enough to keep it cool, and was not as expensive. And lastly, the power supply. Again, I could have went 750, could have went down to 5, but I just decided to go for the 600B, which is brass, EV3 Alpha power supply, which is plenty of output, 600 watts, so it's plenty of output for what I've needed on the computer. And so I love this thing. It is fast. I haven't edited any videos yet, but the video that you're watching right now will have been edited with this computer when I finish it and get it up and get it posted. I'll report more later, but I love it. I kept my old monitor that I had, but I got a new wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse, wireless headphones. Had to get a wireless adapter put in there so I'd have internet wherever I go, but everything is working fine. So that's that. I'll let you know more later, but like I said, this video you're watching now will be the first one that I edit on my new system. Okay, next thing I got with my idle hands and busy mind was a Drive Sleek, a Weboost Drive Sleek signal booster. This will increase my signal for my hotspot, so I can get more internet, even in spots where it's hard to get to. Now, I didn't want to go the $500 route with the the big RV model and put it in here, so did again research. I found this one. This only cost me, I think, $175, and but it comes with a small antenna like this, as you can see. That's the first one I'm going to put on here, and so as I'm going down the road and stuff, it'll still work. I'm going to put a magnetic metal plate, round steel plate, up on my fridge vent up there, and run the wire down through the fridge vent down inside. I've also got adapter cable ordered. Well, I got the adapter cable already, and then a Wilson omnidirectional antenna and 50-foot of cable, which I'm going to be able to mount on the back on the ladder, be able to take it down. I'm going to make it so I can put it up when I'm stopped, adjust it to where I need it, get the signal, and then when I get ready to leave, just take it down and put it in my storage bin back there, so I won't have to travel with it. Then I'll run the cable out up under and come up and so forth. So I hope it works. I'll give you more info on it later, but so that's another thing I got to put up. Okay, and the last thing I got with my idle hands and busy mind. I went with the RV'er air compressor, mini air compressor. There's a lot of videos online showing the use of these, inflating things and so forth. You know, I had a small little compressor, I think, that I got at Lowe's, and I tried to fill up the tires on the RV, and it just wasn't enough. I mean, the thing ran and ran and ran and ran and ran, and it wouldn't pump them up. And so I decided, well, what the heck, I'll just go with the RV'er. This is a little bit more expensive, well, quite a bit more expensive, but this will work. This fills them up, fills the tires fine. It's works on the rear shocks, the rear airbags, filling those up. And you know, I'll store this out under my thing, but right now I just got it set here. But from everything that I've seen online, this works really well. I could have gone to Harbor Freight, probably got a very similar model with quite a bit cheaper, but everything I saw online, the reviews and everything, the Harbor Freight one just was not the same as the original RV'er. So I went ahead and got this. So that's what you get when you have idle hands and a busy mind. Now, I say idle hands because, as you know, my back's been hurting me and bothering me in my back and hips and legs, so I haven't been out doing any detecting or really camping or anything lately. But taking some pills, some anti-inflammatory pills, and things seem to be getting a little better. Except now, the weather, it's what they call Africa hot out there. It's, you know, 90 plus, 100 degrees, and about 95, 97% humidity, and it's just terrible out there right now. So, but very soon I'll be heading back out, maybe try detecting at night, you know, where it's cooler, or very early morning or something like that. But I get back out there. But I wanted to get this video up for you, just so you knew I was still here and still kicking, and what was going on. And again, I'll let you know more on how this thing works. And if you have any specific questions on what I got, or how to put it together, or anything else, let me know and leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to answer them. So until later, happy hunting, safe travels, and be safe on the road, of course. And we'll see you later. Real out.